Ever wondered why life throws curveballs at you, testing your strength and resilience? Life, in all its unpredictability, is a constant dance between joy and adversity. It's a journey not always smooth, filled with challenges and trials that can sometimes seem insurmountable. Adversity, the great leveler, doesn't discriminate. It can strike anyone, anytime, in any form. From personal hardships to professional struggles, adversity can take many shapes. It's the sudden loss of a loved one, the unexpected pink slip, or the sudden realization that life hasn't turned out as planned. But it's not adversity itself that defines us. Rather, it's how we handle it. You see, adversity has a purpose. It's not just a random act of the universe meant to torment us. Rather, it's a tool, a crucible, that shapes and molds us. It pushes us out of our comfort zones, forcing us to confront our fears and insecurities. It tears down our pretenses and strips us down to our raw, authentic selves. It challenges us to rise above our circumstances, to grow and to evolve. In the face of adversity, we discover our true selves. We learn what we're made of, our resilience, our courage, our strength. They all come to the fore. We realize that we're tougher, braver, and stronger than we ever thought possible. We find that we have the capacity to endure, to persevere, and to overcome. We learn that we're not defined by our circumstances, but by our response to them. But adversity doesn't just shape our character. It can also be the stepping stone to immense personal growth. It can be the catalyst that propels us to new heights, that challenges us to redefine our limits and to push beyond them. It can be the spark that ignites a fire within us, a fire that burns with determination, resilience, and grit. So yes, adversity is challenging. It's tough, it's painful, and at times it may even seem unbearable. But it's also an opportunity, a chance to grow, to evolve, to become the best version of ourselves. But how do we face and conquer adversity? Let's delve into this together. Before we can conquer adversity, we must first understand it. You see, adversity isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes. It could be personal hardships like battling illness, navigating a heartbreak, or overcoming a deep-rooted fear. It could be professional challenges such as dealing with a demanding boss, facing redundancy, or struggling to find work-life balance. Or it could be societal issues like discrimination, poverty, or systemic inequality. Adversity is as diverse as we are. It's a subjective experience that varies from person to person. What may seem like a minor inconvenience to one may be a mountain to climb for another. Understanding this is vital because it helps us empathize with others and recognize our own adversity. Remember, it isn't about comparing hardships, but about acknowledging that adversity, in any form, is a part of life. Now that we've understood what adversity looks like, let's move on to facing it. Facing adversity is the first step towards conquering it. Let's pause for a moment to really let that sink in. It's not about denying or running away from the challenges life throws at us. It's about staring them down and saying, I see you, I acknowledge you, and I'm not going to be defeated by you. The first step is exactly that, acknowledgement. It's about accepting the reality of the situation, however daunting it may be. It's about understanding that it's okay to be scared, to be worried, to be overwhelmed. These emotions are natural and human, but they are also not permanent. Acknowledging the situation doesn't mean surrendering to it. It means you're preparing to fight it. But remember, you don't have to face adversity alone. Reach out to those around you. Find your support system, whether it's family, friends, mentors, or professionals who can guide you through the storm. There's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can do. Next, focus on what's within your control. It's easy to feel helpless in the face of adversity, but remember, there are always aspects of the situation that you can control. Maybe it's your attitude, your actions, your words, your resilience. Concentrate on these things. They will be your anchors in the storm. And speaking of resilience, let's talk about its importance. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to recover from setbacks, to keep going despite the odds. It's about patience and perseverance. It's about understanding that adversity is not a permanent state. It's a phase, a difficult one, yes, but a phase nonetheless. It will pass, and you will emerge stronger and wiser on the other side. So, there you have it. Acknowledge the adversity, find your support, focus on what you can control, and be resilient. Remember, it's not about how hard you can hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Having faced adversity, the next step is to conquer it. And remember, you're stronger than you think. Conquering adversity is not about eliminating it, but about growing stronger in its presence. Now, isn't that a thought to ponder? Let's delve into that a little bit more. The first step towards conquering adversity lies in developing problem-solving skills. You see, adversity is just another problem that life has thrown at you. And like all problems, it too has a solution. So how do we find it? Start by breaking down the adversity into smaller, manageable parts. Identify what you can control and focus on that. It's about tackling the beast one piece at a time. Next, we must cultivate a positive mindset. This is easier said than done, especially when the going gets tough. But remember, it's all about perspective. Instead of viewing adversity as a massive, insurmountable obstacle, see it as an opportunity for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Believe it or not, there's a silver lining in every cloud. And sometimes adversity is just the cloud we need to find that silver lining. Then comes finding strength in adversity. It's about embracing the struggle and using it as fuel to push forward. Think of adversity as a weight you're lifting in the gym. The heavier the weight, the stronger you become. Similarly, the greater the adversity, the stronger you emerge. Adversity in this sense is not a hindrance, but a tool for self-improvement. And here's the beautiful part. As you go through this process, you'll realize that you're not just surviving adversity, but thriving in it. You'll find yourself becoming more resilient, more resourceful, and more determined. And that, my friends, is personal growth. It's the transformation that takes place within you when you conquer adversity. But let's not forget, this is not a one-time event. Conquering adversity is a continuous process, a journey. It's about showing up every day, ready to face whatever life throws at you. It's about falling, getting back up, and moving forward, stronger than ever. So let's embrace adversity, let's conquer it, and let's grow in its presence. Remember, conquering adversity is a journey, not a destination. So, what have we learned about facing and conquering adversity? We've journeyed through understanding adversity, facing it head-on, and finally, conquering it. This is no mere sequence of steps, but rather the path to personal growth and self-improvement. We've learned that adversity is not an enemy, but a teacher. It is an inherent part of life that molds us, shapes us, and ultimately strengthens us. It's the grit that polishes the diamond of our character, bringing out our true brilliance. Understanding adversity, then, is the first step towards conquering it. Like a map in a labyrinth, it guides us towards the exit, towards victory. Next, we've learned about resilience. Facing adversity is akin to standing in the eye of a storm, unflinching and unyielding. It's about taking those hits, absorbing them, and bouncing back stronger each time. Resilience, like a muscle, strengthens with use. It is the shield that protects us, the sword that fights for us. It is the heart of bravery, the soul of courage. But we do not stop at merely facing adversity. We conquer it. Conquering adversity is about personal growth, about rising above our challenges and emerging victorious. It's about using adversity as a stepping stone towards becoming a better version of ourselves. It's about turning our trials into triumphs, our obstacles into opportunities. Remember, adversity does not define us. It is how we react to it, how we face it, and how we conquer it that truly defines us. It is the crucible in which our character is forged, the anvil upon which our strength is hammered. So, as we wrap up, let's not forget the essence of this journey. Understanding adversity, facing it with resilience, conquering it through personal growth. 3 essential steps on the path of self-improvement. In the face of adversity, remember, you are stronger than you think. You have the power to face and conquer any challenge that comes your way.